Hey everybody, welcome to Cut, Transform, Glue. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how I turn this tiny plastic bottle into a jet turbine. I'll begin by drawing some lines on the bottle. These lines will help me with the symmetry once I start adding structures to the thing. And from now on, I'll check my laser cut pieces inventory and look for shapes that will help me create the structures on the turbine. These two pieces right here, they need to be precisely at 180 degrees from each other to create the two sides of the turbine and make a symmetry. And as I'm creating and adding pieces to it, I'm kind of telling a story in my mind. I'm thinking about the device that uses these turbines and how it fixates on that and stuff like this. What I want to say here is that as I'm creating, I'm trying to imagine a context to the pieces and to everything. I want this to make sense in my head. To create the nozzle blades, I'll use these 0.7mm styrene strips. There will be 2 for each segment, in a total of 8 to the whole thing. Before I glue them in place though, I decided to taper the edges and add some details. Once I was satisfied with each blade, I just had to glue them with CA glue on the bottle. And as you can see on the video, the plastic of this bottle is very thin, and I just had to add more structure to it, so I glued styrene strips all around the tip of the bottle. Now these blades on the tip of the nozzle, they should be controlled in some way, so I bent this aluminum wire and I glued 16 of them around. Now I would like to take some time here and invite you guys to help me on Coffee. If you like this channel and you want to support me in any way, you can do that on Coffee. The link is in the description box below. Right there you can donate me small amounts of money that will sure help me in this project. Once I felt that the tip of the jet engine was taken care of, I started working on the back of it. This time the idea is to create structures where I could append some tubes and wires. If you ever saw a reference photo from a jet engine, you will notice that there are tons and tons of wires and tubes, and I wanted to create this here. I also tried to create here a kind of a chassis where the jet engine would sit on. I wanted to create some sort of angle to these larger tubes here, and for that I decided to try and use epoxy putty. I wasn't too worried about making this as a perfect tube. This was going to be sanded and sculpted in the end anyways. I decided to make these two tubes connect together and then a third one to meet them in the middle, just like a Y shape. And with the epoxy putty not 100% set, kinda softy, I started sculpting with the X-Acto knife, and then I would sand it a lot. When I was satisfied with the shape, I glued them in place. And then I just had to make the third tube meet in the middle. To create a perfect joint from these tubes, I just wrapped some sanding paper around the very same tube, and then I started sanding the third section. I did the final touches with the X-Acto knife. And so this way I had the perfect joint for these tubes. Now I feel that I'm really satisfied with the overall shape, and I feel that right now I just had to add the tubes and wires to this. Before I did that, I just applied a coat of gray spray paint to the whole thing. To try to portray rivets and bolts, I'll add these circle plastic bits that I have. This project is not going to be painted in any way, so this is why I decided to add the details after painting the coat of gray spray paint. I felt that this way the details would pop more and make the model more interesting. And to add some variation to it, I used different gauges of electric wire on this. I also used this thin galvanized wire. It is not flexible as the electric wire is, so I had to bend and then glue it in place. And I did that multiple times and really overpopulate the jet engine with them. And this is the end result. I could add more, but I was really tired of bending wires. And also this is just a quick project just to have fun on these quarantine times. If you come this far and you really like the video, click the like button, subscribe and share this with your friends. And as always, thanks for watching.